Hey everyone, this is episode 6 where we get high-speed trains running on the East Coast Main Line between York and London. Stay tuned. Hello everyone and welcome to episode 6 of my playthrough series of OpenTTD using the JGR patch pack. I think we're on episode 6, did I just say that? I can't remember now. And where we left off last time, we'd built this long East Coast main line we've gone from London all the way up to York, so you can see that on the map here. Following roughly the line of the real life East Coast main line. It'd be good to have a long line going north and get that all connected. So that's where we left off last time, and today we are going to get some services running on it. So what I've done a little bit of work in between the episodes, so I have electrified the high speed line all the way down. That is a little bit fiddly, particularly when you get onto curves where one piece of tile is being shared by two types of tracks. So you can use the upgrade tool to convert. So I could convert this piece of track here to electrified. As you can see, it puts the overhead lines on there. I'll just change that back just so I don't get confused about what I'm doing. And the bit I was talking about is particularly in these sections. There's a little section there, but let's get to a longer section here where the tool to convert, let's pick a particular example. So this block, this tile here, this tile here has electrified piece here but a non-electrified piece here. Now if I convert that by clicking this button now, it'll convert both. Oh, that's the standard gauge, doing it in the opposite direction. If I click that, it electrifies both parts of the railway that's on both parts. So I don't want to do that. I only want to electrify the piece of track that I want to do. So I've had to kind of undo the track, so kind of dig it all up, remove it, and then lay the electrified railway, the dual voltage down here. So let me just make sure that piece is the right piece. There we go. Okay. Oh, no, that's not the right piece. That's got the dual voltage. That's got the third rail and the overhead. It's a bit slower, so as you can see, there's like that little pink ready tile there. So we'll just put it back to that there. So I've done all of that. What else have I done? I've had a little play around. Something I'm going to try this time. Actually, let's unpause the game to keep it running. What I've done is that I've set some options here on these signals. So I've programmed these signals. So let me open it up. So all of these signals here have the same, and all the signals down here. So what they've got here is remove any I guess if train is, let me put that's the wrong way, isn't it? Oh no, that was right. If train is entering from the front of the signal, then insert with what we want to do. So what I'm trying to do is try and put a speed restriction. So for those trains that are leaving these platforms here and going north to the train yard up here, I don't want them to run at their full speed. I guess if they're empty and running into the yard to be kind of stabled overnight or whatever, they'll run slightly slower than the fast service is running with passengers. So what I've tried to do here is that if the train is entering from the front of the signal, so going past the lights, I want to initially remove the speed restriction if it's got one, just accidentally, because if they're going onwards to actually down the line, I just want to make sure they haven't got a speed restriction. So I guess in some situations I could have a train coming from the York train yard into York and then going north, and when they go north I want to clear the speed restriction first. But if the next order in this direction is the train yard, then restrict the speed of the train to 15 miles an hour. Everything else is fine. What I've done down here is just basically remove the speed restriction of any trains passing in any direction on these. And then this one, I've moved these depots back slightly. So what I've done is this has, I guess, for the train starting off, just to have a speed restriction. So in here, if the train's entering from the front of the signal, and if the next order, I guess the current, it shouldn't be next order, should it? It should be current order is York train yard, then it goes into there. So let's just learn from that. So let's fix that here, because it's not the next order, it'll be the current order is the train yard. Okay, so just having a bit of a play around, making it slightly different. I haven't programmed these signals here because either they should have the speed restriction on this one, or they should have the speed restriction from these platforms here. So if they're going in or going out, going back in, or going from the York train yard out here, there still need to be that speed restriction that we're doing. So that's what I've been playing around with. Okay, in between episodes. So also in between episodes, what I've been looking at is what trains we're going to be running, and that's why I used the time to change to overhead cables. So we are using, I need to double check what we're using. We are using I think we're using the British Rail set on the other trains. Let's double check what they are. And information, class 43 HST, so that's this one. So down here I've set the option on to see the GRF. Let me show you what that in the setting is. I think if you just type GRF, there's an option down here to show the new GRF's name in the build vehicle window. So if I just toggle that off and on, you'll see this bit disappear down there. And it's quite handy if you want to try and be consistent across all the sets. I'll try and, in some situations I probably won't be, but in some situations I'm going to try and have the same. Say for example, if I want to get these high-speed trains running in different, I want to choose the same one, I want them all to look the same. So that's that one. Okay, so let's go back to that. So we're using the British Rail set V2, and it's this one here. So I was going to use the APT prototype that goes up to well, I guess 125. Does max speed? I thought they went faster. Maybe the high speed construction isn't available just yet because it's a prototype. Maybe it'll come in the not too distant future, but we'll use that one anyway, because that's what we've decided. We've electrified the line as well. Let's just double check on the, yeah, I've sorted by maximum speed, so I could use some of these from the Japanese set, probably use those later on, maybe for really long distance ones. But let's try this one, let's see what this looks like. So this one gives us a train fully populated with all the cars. As you can see, it's got it's a length of 7, so good job, we've already planned on doing 8. So let's use this one then. So what we'll do is we'll do similar style to what we've done before. Is we will go here. I don't want a full load, I want no loading, no loading, no loading, and the same there. We don't want any loading. And in between there we want to go to the depot, and then in here we're going to start at York. So on the last time we get to York we want to unload all. Okay, so we're not going to stop very often. So you see we've got we're not stopping at Pontefract on this service, we're going to stop at Doncaster, so we've got Doncaster twice. We're going to not stop at Newark or Grantham. We'll stop at Peterborough in both directions. We're going to stop at, I think this service got all the way through to King's Cross. Okay, so I think that's right, Peterborough all the way back up. So what we'll do is we want to auto-fill it, and we're going to let it go. So what it allows us to do, this will let us see how it slowly populates, and 15 seems very slow, doesn't it, in comparison to what we might have wanted it to be. So it's 15, maybe 15's too slow, so let's maybe change that quickly. Let's change the number to, that looks slow, let's do 30. So maybe the timetable is going to be incorrectly set for the first section. So it's going 15. Maybe let's send it to the depot. And try again. So I'll just fast forward a bit to get that into the depot. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to clone that train. I'm going to delete that first one. I'm going to get 29 going and automate that one, autofill. And 30 looks a bit more realistic, not as slow. So that looks a little bit better. So what we'll do is we'll let that, we'll follow that on its first journey, just make sure it gets all of the stops right, make sure that it, I filled in all of the conversion of the rail types and things like that, just make sure that all works, and then we'll come back and then decide how many trains we're going to have and then get those running on this service. So let's fast forward from now for a bit and see it making its first full journey from York all the way down to London and back. Okay. So as you can see here, there's some track that hasn't been filled in with overhead cables, so we'll put those in. It seems to suggest there's some more of that. And then the train ends up going slowly through the new track. So we do need to be mindful of that. So that's one of the reasons why I keep an eye on the newer services, just to make sure everything is working as expected. It still says it cannot reach Peterborough. Let's see if there's any that we can spot down here. It's probably going to be corners or something. Let's fill it in just to be safe. The bridge. It's probably like one piece again, another tile somewhere here. So let's fast forward the train a bit rather than through the recording edit. We'll see where we get stuck. I can reach Peterborough. That's working okay. I'll just fast forward now. It's a long journey. We don't want Transrapid. It's a long journey in real life. Aha, so there's another piece here that I've forgotten. Where's that? Waiting for a free path. Let's just go. Where's that? Not too sure why that's failed. Ah, there it is. You see the fence is different there. That's the piece. Okay. Okay, we've got another piece here somewhere. Ah, so this is the bit I didn't do, was the section into King's Cross. Forgot about that. Again, another good reason of keeping an eye on things. What I'm going to do while we're watching that go, I want some of these to be in the middle, don't we? To make it look nice. That needs to be far end, and these all need to be middles. Again, make it look a little bit more realistic if possible. Let's follow them back up to York. Let's zoom out a bit and follow. Oops. Not too sure how this will look on the recording. I think we're going to need quite a few trains on this route. And here we are back at York. So we've gone down to 30. That's good. Timetable. Still auto-filling. So wait for that to finish. Look, wow, we've got loads of passengers here waiting. And this train can carry 500 passengers. Okay, so I think we are just going to... Ha! Look at this. So oh, that's off the screen. Sorry. So as you see here, let's 474 passengers are waiting to go via Doncaster. So this is the only service, so it's going to go that way. But look, some people want to go to Henley-on-Thames. So that means they're going to go all the way down to... all the way down to King's Cross, and they're going to go on the underground to Henley-on-Thames. So Henley-on-Thames is here. Oh no, Henley-on-Thames is there. So they're going to go. It's going to be quite complicated. So they're going to go to London King's Cross, get the tube to Paddington, then from Paddington they're going to go to Henley-on-Thames. How cool is that? That is really cool. So that's the good thing about cargo distribution, how it figures out these routes and decides where passengers want to go. Not to show why they want to go to Henley-on-Thames particularly. But there must be some sort of routing or some algorithm as such to get those going. So that's good. And hopefully we'll get some people being dropped off at London King's Cross going in the opposite direction. So we should have some soon, say for example, going from Henley-on-Thames in the opposite direction. So let's wait to see how that goes. So we're back up at York. And here we are. So we've got, this is nearly finished. Has it finished it has finished its autofill. So what we'll do is for all of, what did we set on the other high speed services? So for stopping, we set them 5 days. So we'll change all of those to 5 days. And then we'll say, what did we say in the depots? So for the depots, we said we would do 15 days. So we'll change that to 15. Change that to 15. And we'll change that to 15. Okay, so there's our timetable full. And there was a bit of problems, wasn't there, because we were faffing around with some of the tiles and things like that didn't go to plan, but that's fine. So what we're going to do is, I think we're going to need quite a few on here. So how many did we do for this? Let's do shared by, that's off the screen Ian Clark, keep an eye on that. So we did sort by number of vehicles. So we only did 4 there, but I think this is a long journey, so I minded to go maybe 6. 2, 156. And I'm going to ask it to automate it all, auto separation. Okay, I'm just going to let them go on their merry way. Okay, and that should fill in. Now hopefully that will mean that we will get some action down here at King's Cross for people being dropped off, transferred, whatever you want to call it. Let's just fill in this. Nope. Let's just fill in this section here to allow the City of London to expand in that direction. Just hopefully give us some, because at the minute London to King's Cross doesn't accept anything, because there's nothing in our coverage, so we need to encourage the City of London to come up in this direction, which might not be easy, but that's what we'll try and do. So there it's doing, so it did 2 there, then 3 there, so hopefully with a bit of encouragement it'll fill in. Let's get rid of that. Don't know if it will, but I'm going to try and give it a bit of encouragement, because it's building, it's expanding every 9 days, so we want it to expand in this northerly direction, and we want these to kind of fill in as we're going. So I think today's going to be a really quick video, just getting that service up and running. We've got them all waiting in the yard to disappear. We've got, yeah, 1, 2, how many today? Let's double check, 6 vehicles. So we'll leave it there. Thanks for watching, and we'll fill in some local services on the next recording. Alright, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.